Welcome back to Middle East in Depth, part of Levant TV's Press Reviews. Ishaan Tharoor writes an article in the Washington Post with the title 3 Ways the UAE is the Sparta of the Modern-Day Middle East. This is Sparta, that's the term invoked by retired Marine General James Mattis when speaking of the UAE, a Gulf state whose close security ties with the US were the subject of an expose last week in the Washington Post. US officials who spoke to the Post praised the UAE's involvement in operations against the jihadists of the Islamic State, which holds sway in parts of war-torn Syria and Iraq. The UAE's efforts in the conflict showed a toughness and determination that have perhaps gone underreported in the media. Authority in the 7 emirates that comprise the UAE stems from influential dynastic families in power in each city. They govern in a loosely knit federation that's anchored in the city-state of Abu Dhabi. More than 2,000 years prior, Sparta was governed by 2 hereditary kings. In the UAE, slow progress has been made when it comes to women's rights. The country appointed its first female government minister in 2004. In the end, the Washington Post writer reminds us that eventually Sparta would find cause to ally with the Persians, particularly as it pursued its wars against another Greek city-state, Athens. And despite the UAE's fears of Iran's nuclear program, the 2 countries have robust trade ties. There are hopes that as sanctions ease on Iran, the Emirate of Dubai may become a key portal for Iranian trade and capital. And let me just here criticize the writer and say for a fact, the UAE is perhaps the only Gulf country where women are in the workplace, not to fill a quota, but based on their merit. Sayyid Hossein Mousavian is featured in the Gulf News in an article titled Ankara Tries to Recast War on Terror, where it's depicted Turkey's leaders view Daesh as a tool to bring down the government of Bashar al-Assad. The writer says while the emergence of terrorism in unprecedented forms has sent tremors of anxiety around the globe, Turkey unyieldingly swims against the tide. Despite its NATO membership, it adamantly refuses to participate in multilateral actions with the United States and its allies, Arab countries, Iran, Russia, and Syria. The writer believes while these countries have not acted in unison, they are engaged in a massive endeavor aimed at bringing down Daesh or ISIS. The question then is what motivates Turkey to act unilaterally despite further isolating itself from the global community? Recep Tayyip Erdogan, Turkey's president, and Ahmet Davutoglu, Erdogan's longtime advisor, foreign minister and chief architect of Turkey's neo-Ottoman foreign policy, view Daesh as a tool to bring down the government of Bashar al-Assad. They both hope to institute in Syria a Sunni pro-Turkish government as the first step in building a platform to establish a new Ottoman empire. In July 2012, Erdogan, then Prime Minister, made remarks that explain his support for jihadists fighting against the al-Assad regime. He shares the same religious and political principles and belief system with the Muslim Brotherhood. That was it for today's brief analysis. For more updates, please visit levant.tv. You could also subscribe to Middle East in Depth on iTunes. Thanks for watching and bye for now.